Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my FIFA 13 Arsenal career mode. You've probably read the title and seen the thumbnail and thought, what the hell is going on? Basically, this is something I've wanted to do for years. The series had to be deleted because of copyright. So I've gone through every single episode of that legendary series. I've removed all the music, I've cut the episodes down, and I'm going to be releasing them over the next few weeks until my new special project comes out, the next career mode. So don't worry, this isn't the new series. I'm just uploading this series over the next week or so while I work on the new project, and there will be a video soon with all the details, and I cannot wait to start it. But for now, please do enjoy some nostalgia. We're going way, way, way back, and editing this has been interesting, to say the least. My football knowledge back then definitely wasn't as good as it is now, and my commentary wasn't as good as it is now. At least I think so anyway. But anyway, here is episode 1, and throughout these videos you're going to see multiple episodes put into one. So if it sounds like I'm doing a bit of post-com and then some live-com, well, that's because I was. So yeah, thank you so much for the support recently, guys, and I really hope you enjoy this kind of mini surprise. Well, hello there guys, it's MGH here doing my first FIFA 13 video. Here we are, it's time to start a career, and we are going to do one with Arsenal. And look who we've got, Cazorla, it's exciting. I'm definitely going to be doing Arsenal, no hesitation there. Right, match difficulty we want on world class. Financial strictness, I'll go with lenient to start off with, seeing it's the first one we're doing. Currency we want in sterling, obviously because I'm in England. Squads used, we want default, we want download latest, really, don't we? Just in case there's any updates. Players AI, no. European competition in first season. So use this option to enable European competition in the first season of career. Hell yeah, we want to do that. Ah, Champions Cup. So we press square to fill in the gaps there. And we've got a pretty easy group there, I can see that. Hanover, Genoa and Roda JC, that is not too bad, but you can redo it. We'll go with that. We've got Valencia, Lille and Copenhagen. It'll be an interesting time. Right, here we go. MGH set to take Arsenal by storm. That's one way of putting it. Here we go. Right, so the menus, top left, yeah, we've still got the same stuff as that. Breaking news. Press L3 on the news about a player, blah, blah, blah. And you've got the stats panel on the right still. So nothing has really changed. It looks like the same as FIFA 12. Obviously, it's just been polished up to look like, you know, FIFA 13. First thing I want to do is see my budget. Budget allocation, let's have a look. So at the moment, we're split 73 to 27. I've got 19 million and 130,000 on wage. So that seems about right. And I'm happy with that. Right, let's go straight into the squad. Now, this bit is going to take some time, guys. So just stick with it. So the squad, we've got Szczesny in goal. He's now an 80. He was 79 in the demo. Sammy is 83. Koscielny's gone up to 81. That's good to see. Vermaelen 82 and Gibbs 76. I'm so disappointed that Gibbs is 76. I really think he should go up a bit more, but maybe he will. And he's injury prone as well, which sucks. We want Diaby kind of in the middle there. Mikel Arteta, I love Arteta. But to me, I kind of want to have Wilshere. So I think Arteta's going to have to come off for Wilshere. For now, anyway. The menu seems to be a bit laggy. That's not so good, but maybe that'll settle down. I don't know. But Wilshere is obviously going to be a very high potential player. He's very young. I think he's 20 at the moment. Of course, he's injury prone, which is to be expected. But I'm definitely looking to see him get to around the 86 mark if it's going to be realistic. Walcott on the right. Giroud, I'm still not sure about Giroud. I don't know what to say about him. Podolski, I'm going to keep up front. Obviously, I want to put him in that CF position. I think he's just outstanding there. Giroud, I'm afraid, is going to have to come off, and I'm going to put on Gervinho, I think. What's Oxlade's stamina like? 74. He's gone up to a 76, which is pretty nice. But I think I'm going to stick with Gervinho like I was in the demo. I love how there's more faces as well in this game. But the thing with Manoni is, you know, he's not that good. 71 reflexes compared to Fabianski's 84. So that's the stat you really want to look for when you're putting keepers on. So I definitely want to keep Fabianski there. Andre Santos, decent player, I'll keep him there, and Mertesacker as well. Giroud we'll keep on the bench, and we'll keep Oxlade on the bench as well. Oh, it's a little bit laggy, I'm not gonna lie. And Rosicki, I'm just not sure about him either. He's a bit too old for me. I'm going to put Ramsey on. Is there anyone that I've missed? Frimpong's gone up by 1 as well. That's interesting. We've got Arshavin, 81 still. Jenkinson is now 65. He's gone up 1 as well. It's nice to see that they have updated them a little bit. Is there anyone else that I need to think about? Coquelin I might use at some point. Yanaris seems to be a very, very decent player. Really quick for a central defensive midfielder. So definitely someone in the future that I want to use. I might loan him out. He's only 19. And definitely a player that I will use in the future. This is my starting lineup. I pretty much think it's pretty amazing. Other than that, I think we're good to go. I'm going to loan out a few of my young players. So we're going to do that straight away, actually. Let's go back now. Now I want to go to transfers and I want to sell players, but not actually sell them. Just send them out on loan. So Park is out on loan, Bender's out on loan, Afobe, Miyachi, Galinda, I've never heard of him. That's terrible coming from an Arsenal fan, but I honestly haven't heard of him. And also Roberts as well. Miyachi is obviously someone I want to get back. Pacey guy. Hopefully when he's a bit older in this game, his stamina will shoot up because it's a little bit low. But anyway, let's scroll over to age and press square and make all the young players go to the top. Right, so Oxlade-Chamberlain, I'm going to keep him in the squad for the season. I was talking about loaning him out, but I don't think so anymore. Players like Yanaris, I think I'm going to loan out. So let's go ahead and we want to go for add list for season loan. I do like him. I do. I think it's good. So he is now listed, I believe. Did it work? I don't know if it even worked. I think it's gone back to let's have a look. Yanaris for loan season. Yep, that's worked. The other player I fancied doing that was, I will find him, Conquilin, that's it. Another CDM. We will send him out for a season loan as well. Is it going to switch? Yeah, look, it's gone back. Oh no, it's worked that time, is it? Yeah, it has, good. Anyone else that I want to send out on loan? I think we're good for now. Maybe Shamak, you know. Santi Cazorla is on 100,000 a week. I know it's probably not 100% accurate, but it wouldn't surprise me if he is on that much, actually. Who else? Squillaci, whatever his freaking name is. I'm just going to sell him. We will release from contract. Wow, you can actually just do that. Add to transfer list. We don't want him. He's happy, apparently. I doubt that in real life. And our oldest player is Rosicki. Oh, Arshavin. I'll keep these two for now because I'll use them in swaps. So if I want to bring in a player, I think we're good to go. We're going to check the calendar really quick. So we've still got our 3 friendlies, which is nice. Good to warm up the team and see how they get on. And then the first game is against Sunderland on August the 18th. And we have all the way up to the 31st, like in the last game, and like in real life, to make certain transactions before the end of the time we have. And then we've already got the Champions Cup because you are able to submit your team straight away at the start. But I'm sure this season's going to be good fun. It's going to be absolutely great to play against a new AI. That's what I'm most looking forward to. So let's advance here and see if we can get any offers or success with Squillaci and sending out all my young players. Right, we've got a bunch of emails here. The league objectives. So they are looking forward to seeing how my leadership and determination can get the best out of the players. They want us to qualify the Champions Cup, so that's stay in top 4. And if I can do that objective, that I will satisfy their criteria. So that is nice to know. Domestic Cup. We'd love a cup run, so we'd be delighted if you could win the cup. So that's like the FA Cup or the League Cup. Important transfer market information. The transfer market is now open. Champions Cup is reached the semi-final. So they want me to get to the semi-finals. That's, I would say in real life, maybe a little bit too much. But in the game, why not? I'm sure we can get somewhere there, which would be pretty awesome. Yanaris seeks to grasp loan chance. That's so cool. Don't get that in FIFA 12. Veteran Squillaci listed. Yeah, of course he is. Let's advance again. And then I think what we'll do actually is look at getting in another midfielder possibly. I want to bring in Gundogan. That'd be pretty awesome if I'm honest. But let's keep advancing now. Right, looks like we've got some transfer offers. So we have received transfer offers for the following players. Conquilin, Chesney and Bakary Sagna. Let's take a look at these. So this looks pretty cool. So this is for Coquelin. Coquelin is among our finest players in his role. Really? And has recently signed a long-term contract with us. There's a chance they'll accept if we ask for a sum between 3 and 3.6. So this is a season loan. If you look at the top left, it's from Swansea City The transfer type is a season loan and the future fee is not set. I'm happy with that. I don't need him right now. Definitely someone I might use in the future though, so I'll accept that. They can take him for the year. They're offering 10.5 million. His value is 9. Szczesny is my #1 keeper, so we're going to reject the offer. Next one, Bakary Sagna, 7 million. You serious, blood? No chance there. Manchester City undecided between Ozil and Schneider. Wow, that is so cool. I hope they don't buy either because they're my rivals. But now that we've made a bit of extra funds, I'm actually going to go ahead and look at some players to buy. The first player I'm going to look at is Fellaini. So we're going to have a look at him and see what his stats are like. Fellaini is definitely someone I'd like to bring in the club in terms of bringing in a midfielder that can play anywhere. He can play defensive, on the left, on the right. He could even play as a CF. Very good at holding up the ball. He's got a good shot on him. So let's hope I've typed his name right. Here he is, Marouane Fellaini. 8 million on 50k a week. That is more than affordable. Very good mental attributes there. Good on the ball. 88 heading accuracy. Wow. 85 short pass as well. So he's a very good playmaker as well. I mean, look, you can see their top kind of stats there. You can see his strength, heading accuracy, short passing, aggression, reactions, and vision are all there. I could actually loan him, but I think I'm just going to add him to shortlist for now because there's a lot of players that I'm looking to get. I'm going to open up my my list on my computer here. I've got a list of players that I was looking to get. Let's search for Cagliari. He's got good reactions, just like Fellaini, but overall his physical attributes are much, I'd guess, more balanced than Fellaini. On the ball, as expected, Cagliari is very good. Very good on the ball. He's good at everything. Good at slide tackling and stand tackling as well. Definitely someone I should be looking at, so we'll definitely add him to shortlist. The next player we'll look at is, I think we'll take a look at Villa next. His stand tackling and slide tackling aren't as high as I would like for a defensive midfielder, but still very good. 22, long passer trait, and he's a tactician. So let's add him to shortlist as well. Where's Gundogan? Here he is. He's more expensive than I was expecting. I'm going to be honest with you guys. But look at this guy's stats. Just everything is good. Absolutely everything about this guy is good. He's got the flair trait, dribbler, and acrobat as well. And he's relatively cheap as well. So we'll add him to shortlist as well. There we go. And here we go, guys. This is the one I've been most excited about. So let's reset that. And we are going to look for Thierry Henry. Thierry Henry is going to come back to Arsenal. Mark my words. Whether I do it now or another time, I don't know. But let's take a look if he's even available to join the club. We don't know yet. And I shall start making some offers after we've shortlisted him. Let's take a look at his stats, though. I'm always interested to see. 79 overall, not too bad. His stamina is only 53, but he's still relatively quick, you know, which is good. Good attacker positioning as well. Still very nice on the ball. That is what I like to see. Good ball control, curve and dribbling. Still good shot power and volleys. I'm still interested in getting him. He's injury prone. That's fine by me. It's Thierry Henry at the end of the day. And he is match fit and he's cheap as chips. Look at that, 30k a week. Right, so in terms of someone I want to bring into the club in midfield, is someone who can play everywhere. And Villa, having seen his stats already, I'm a bit like, okay, he's all right. I don't think I want to spend 12 million on him. He's a versatile midfielder, but he does prefer that central defensive position, whereas these other three midfielders can literally play anywhere. Cabai seems probably like the better option for me, but then again, I have got Wilshere, who is... I know he's not like Cabai in the sense of his play style, but in terms of height and their build, very similar. Having Fellaini in that midfield is going to be very, very good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to offer 6 million. I know it sounds not a lot right now, but you're going to see what I'm going to do here. So I'm offering 6 million. I need someone who's worth about 4 to 5 million to add on top. So we're going to add a player. There we go. And we want someone who's worth that much who I don't want. So this is my first team. We obviously want to keep them. We want to find a player who's old. So we want... See, look, someone like Rosicki, he's worth 5.5. So if I add that, I've made up that 10 to 12 million. So I might actually just get lucky here. So let's submit an offer. Now it's Thierry Henry's turn. 3 to 3.4 million. I'm going to offer much less than that. In fact, I'm going to offer none and just give them a player. So let's see who we've got. We've got Squalacci, Shamak. We've already got rid of Rosicki though, haven't we? So it'd have to be our Shavin. He's worth a bit more than that. I don't think it's worth it then. What I'll do is I'll offer the 3 million. I think that's the right thing to do in this case. Let's submit that offer. And there we go, guys. 2 players that I've inquired. to buy. And let's see if that goes well or not. So let's advance and just hope I get lucky, eh? Transfer offer accepted. Wow, there you go. We've got the okay from the club. Now it's just to try and convince Fellaini to join. So the player demands are 60,000 per week for 3 years. I'm okay with that, you know. I knew he'd want a bit more, and I would play that in real life. I'm going to put him as a crucial or important. I'll put him as an important first team player, because I don't know if I'll put him in the squad straight away. Actually, I might. I don't know. But anyway, I'm happy with that. Let's go for that. That is a steal right there. And they've accepted as well for Thierry Henry. Here we go, guys. So he wants 1 year on 45k. That's a lot. I think I'll offer him 40. I don't think we need to add that extra 5. He might be okay. And I'll put him as do not specify. I don't want to tell him that he might not be used, because really I've just brought him in because he's a legend, you know. And I've got a bit of money to spend. Why not spend it on someone who's a legend, you know? It's a fan favourite. I want to go into manager's office. Let's see what this is about. So select manager objectives to view your own progress against your board's expectations. You can apply for potential managerial job openings as well. Wow, that is so cool. So I do know you can actually resign, can't you, halfway through. So let's take a look here. So manager objectives, qualify for Champions Cup. It's pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie. Youth Academy. Now this is something I want to do. So let's set this up while we're here. Let's hire a really good scout. 3.9 million for him, or 600,000 for him. I think it's worth probably spending that bit of money, you know. Let's go ahead and get a scout. He's in transit. That's good. We want to go back now. Request funds. What's this? Dear members of the board, after carefully investigating the transfer market and our current squad, I've come to the decision that the present transfer budget will not be enough. Wow, that is awesome. As a result, I hereby request that you grant me additional funds for the sum specified below. How much can you go up to? You can ask for millions. We don't need any more funds right now. My jobs. Browse jobs. I don't know if they see you doing this. I hope not, because I'm not interested. There are currently no managerial job openings available. That's fair enough. No one's going to resign now. My career, what's this about? So this is just your earnings and things like that. I've earned 28,000 already. Look at that. Easy as that. Okay, I think we're ready to advance. Let's go. Right, so my scout Lee Nicholson is now arrived and ready to scout. So let's go ahead and set him up to look for, I think we're going to go for defenders. Do I want someone up front? Because I've got a lot of defenders and not so many strikers. I might actually just go for a striker. So we'll go for an attacker. Like that. Are you sure? Yes. There we go. So he's away for 9 months in England, looking for attacking players. So I guess that could even be midfielders. So maybe that's the good thing to do there. Although in midfield, I think I'm okay now. Let's advance again. And here we go, guys. This is what we wanted to see. And it looks like we've had both players accept. This is a deal we can complete, affordable, and the player is keen. That is always good to see. Let's go ahead and accept the offer and confirm. We've still got 8.9 million left and 127,000 on wages as well. And here's Thierry Henry. We're going to accept him straight away. 40,000 a week he actually accepted. I told you we wouldn't need the extra 5k. And to be honest, in real life, I think Thierry Henry would even play for free, you know. I think he's that kind of player. Obviously, he is getting old, but it's just to make the series a bit more interesting, so we can just confirm that now. Some people will say that was a waste of money, but I honestly don't mind. I really wanted to get Thierry Henry. We've got another transfer offer here for Squilici. I don't know how to even pronounce his name, but I'm just going to accept that offer. 2.1 million. I was never going to use him. Another transfer offer here. This one for Miquel. I think this is going to be a loan. Yep, this is a season loan to Portsmouth. Let's go ahead and accept that offer. Good luck, Miquel. Hey boss, I was hoping you might be rotating the squad and would give me a chance to play. Sure, man. Let's get him on the team. Actually, I don't want to affect the actual whole squad for the season, so we'll do it before the match starts. So let's go back again. Next match, play match. Let's put Manoni in goal. I'm feeling nice. I'm feeling generous, you know. He's not the best keeper, I'm not going to lie, but he's asked me politely. So there we go. I'm really happy with my team, by the way. It looks absolutely awesome. But here we go, guys. Friendly at the Emirates Stadium. I'm excited right now. I'm so excited. Let's take a look at the teams here. I want to look at their team, see what kind of formation they're using. And look at that team, man. That is so strong. It really is a strong team. The formation itself is strong as well. Look at that. Podolski in that middle. Oh, he's going to be so good. They're playing in a 4-3-2-1. Okay, so out on the wings, as you can see, there's going to be space to break through midfield. So let's go ahead and try that. Here we go. Let's make some runs, lads. Over to Walcott. Good shot. Unlucky Diaby. Oh my god. I didn't mean to hold L1. I was switching player, so I did a lob shot. That is an absolute fail on my part. But so far, so good. That was a bright opening. Oh no. Oh, that was a good block from Sanya. Nice defending there. I think Benoni had that covered though. Let's defend the corner here. Koscielny is my man that I've selected. It's gone back. Ooh. Let's try and nick that ball in midfield here. What I've noticed as well is the AI have more shots, by the way. Oh, look at that defending from Vermaelen there. Unlucky with the pass from Cazorla, but we're going to win. Oh, that's a bad tackle. Let's see if we can make a break with Podolski here. Wilshire's made his run. Over top for Gervinho. Oh, that's good. Good goal. There we go. Gervinho with the opening goal for my career mode. Oh, that's a relief. It's good to get one so early, you know, first game. I know this team really aren't very good, so when I'm playing in the Premier League against teams like Man City or Man United, teams like that who have really great defenders, I will not get so, you know, so easily treated, I guess, in defence. Good play from Cazorla there. Have a shot with Walcott. Whoa! Not a bad shot at all there. We're going to curl this around the wall, hopefully. Perfect on the bar, man. So close to scoring my first free kick in my first game. That would have been so cool. There we go. That's half time, guys. That was a good opening half. We're 1-0 up. Anyone in space? Let's get out to Wilshere. Oh, no. It was too short there. Let's go. Oh, no. Defence. Defence. Where you going? Let's go. Oh, no. Paul Manoni out. There we go. We got that covered. Let's go ahead and make some substitutions. It's always good to try out your players. I've got 3 subs I can use. We'll bring Cazorla off because he's got a yellow card. I don't want to risk him getting sent off. Put on Fellaini. We will put on Oxlade for Walcott. Up to Gervinho again. Podolski's making his run. Go on, son. Oh, that was unlucky. But we're going to get our subs on now. Let's give this to Fellaini. Let's see what he's like. Here we go. Fellaini with the shot. Oh, he's pulled a save. Fellaini with his second touch of the game, making the keeper have to save it. Here's Fellaini again. Taking the corner. He should be in the box, but oh well. Mertesacker. No. So close to scoring my second goal. Mertesacker. Look at that. He's a monster. Oh, that was a mistimed tackle there. But you guys will see what I mean. Throughout this series, you'll see why I like Mertesacker in this game. Tell you what, the computer's definitely got harder in this second half. I think it's like that momentum that's always in FIFA games. What is Fellaini doing back here? I don't know. But that is some nice defending there. And that's a goal kick. There we go. So, my first game, guys. Not too bad. I could have done better. But it definitely feels different to the demo. So, it's about getting used to it. But that's a 1-0 opening to the season. And more importantly, a winning start to my series. Wilshere getting man of the match like a boss. Hello guys, and welcome back to my new career mode on FIFA 13 with Arsenal. Getting into this episode, this is the second friendly of my season against Hoffenheim, I believe it was. And I don't know, it was quite a tough game for some reason. I don't really know much about Hoffenheim. You know, I've got Henry up front. That's going to spoil episode 1 a little bit for you guys because I did make my first signings. And I went for Fellaini and Henry. And the reason I went for Henry is just, you know, he's a legend, you know, nothing more than that. And you can see that at the start, you know, I'm still getting used to the game. I'm not going to blame the game, though. It's my defence. It was pretty poor. I'm still trying to get used to the whole feel of the game. That ended the first half pretty on a pretty bad note, if I'm honest, 1-0 down. But what you should do in FIFA when you're losing, or if you feel like your team isn't doing well, is change it up. So I went for a 4-2-3-1 formation, which is pretty much my go-to formation if I'm struggling. Put Henry up front with Podolski on the left, and this is where my game just kind of turned on its head. You can see I got straight away in the second half, straight into a chance with Cazorla there. Not the best player to try and score a header with, but definitely okay. He's not too bad. And I go through on goal there, and I actually win myself a penalty. Thank you so much, Podolski. Who else to take it but Podolski? He's going to smash it with his left foot into the top right corner. And that draws it 1-1, and I love that celebration is just awesome. It really is. You just hold L2 and do, I think it's 2 circle movements with the right stick. But that penalty was the 88th minute, so it's pretty much the last bit of action of the game, and it finished 1-1. And now on to the third friendly, and the final friendly actually, I think, before the season starts. And you're going to see my starting lineup here. I wanted to try as many players out as possible. So I had Giroud on, I had Diaby, Ramsey and Arteta in midfield. And I used Giroud up front as well, which you guys know I'm a little bit like, eh. In real life, he seems like he's going to be a good player when he finally gets his first goal. He can relax a bit. But in FIFA, it feels a little bit sluggish and a little bit slow. But starting this match was actually okay. I felt like the formation was good in like that false 9-4-3-3 formation. And I got a chance there with Walcott. He was offside, but I put Gervinho through here. Yeah, good luck catching Gervinho here. And I'm going to go ahead and score that. No, what? No way! How did I miss that? And this was pretty funny. Look at that save. I don't think Szczesny even knew what happened there. It just kind of hit him on the fist. But that goes down as a save, as always. That's a good save from Szczesny. And this is why Diaby is in the team for me. His interceptions are mad. Great first touch from Walcott. Smashes it in the bottom right of his left foot. And that is right on the stroke of half-time. There you go. 1-0. Thank you, Walcott. But that was 1-0 up. And there you can see Fellaini, my other signing. This is why I signed him. I like the fact that he's very strong and he can play in that central defensive position. But he is so good when he plays down the middle but near the strikers. He just wins everything and he chests it down. Look at that tackle from Gibbs, by the way. Absolutely class. I'm just really impressed with Fellaini so far. Gervinho goes through on goal here again. Very impressed with Gervinho on this game. And there's Giroud for you going out for a throw-in. Nice shot, Giroud. But I'm really impressed with Gervinho. He seems to be a very good player in this game. So I'm definitely going to use him more than Walcott. Despite Walcott getting the winner for that game, still not sure about him. But anyway, we've got a transfer off here for Marouane Chamakh. Someone I probably won't use too much, but the offer was a bit too low for me. 3.5 million, he's worth 3.2. So I went ahead and rejected that offer, and if they came back, I was going to ask them for maybe 5 or so. He's really not worth that, though. But then we got a monthly scouting update, and you can see I've got 4 players here, all the age of 16, except from Richie Hall at the bottom, who's 14. And I'm looking at their potential in the top right. So this guy's 68 to 94. To me, if anyone's got a potential of possibly over 90, you know you found yourself someone good. And so I decided to sign this player here, who looks like he's going to be playing on the right. But Richie Hall, the 14-year-old, is already between 52 and 72 overall. So definitely someone I wanted to sign. And then I decided to reject the other 2, which I shouldn't really do. I should scout them further. But anyway, the next game was against Sunderland, and this is the first game of the season. And this is something new. This is something called Goal News. I think it's pretty cool. It's a very nice idea what they did. The problem is it sounds very robotic because obviously they've pre-recorded each team's name. Look at this goal here. Off the bar, and then none of my players reacted fast enough. And Saha, out of all the players who could score against Arsenal, it's Saha. It just comes off the bar twice, off the keeper, and then obviously he reacts quickest. And that's what happens when you don't react quickest. So I was 1-0 down against Sunderland at home, and I really didn't want to drop points in my first game. So I was really going for the win in this one. I put my strongest lineup, and as you can see, Podolski gets the ball up here, runs straight at the defence, smashed it with his right foot, and then Fellaini, I mean, as if he's going to miss that. That is why Fellaini is so good in that position. He wins all the headers, and he scored a really good goal for me. It's coming up soon. I don't know. I think it's the next episode. You'll see it, where he basically has 2 players on him, and he chests it down in between them, flicks it, and then just smashes it into the goal. It's so cool, and that is why I bought him. I really wanted someone strong and someone who could play anywhere. But look at that. These 2 guys spawned on each other. So I think it was when I had a goal kick, they kind of just spawned and their heads were like kind of knitted together and they both fell down together. I thought that was pretty cool, so I thought I'd show you guys that. There are a few little glitches, I guess, in the game at the moment, but whether they'll be ironed out over the next few weeks, I think we can say safely yes, they will. And it's still 1-0 in the 90th minute here. Gervinho goes on one of those long twisty runs, which he's really good at. Cazorla, great first touch, left foot, 90th minute goal. Cazorla is the hero of the match. And what a celebration that is. I think they call it the DJ celebration. But 2 touches, smashes it into the net, 90th minute. What can I say? And that's what world-class players do for you, you know. And that one finished 2-1. So an easy 3 points. In some ways, it was an easy match. I just could not score. They weren't really playing that well against me. But this is where my season begins. It's the tough games like going to Anfield against Liverpool. And what I really like is how the calendar is exactly the same as the one in real life. So this match is on the set. Oh, that was close off the post there. So this match is on the same date as it actually was played in real life. I really like that. And I think that's going to be something I'll look forward to the rest of this season. And the seasons I do with Arsenal. But I think I've made a good start. 3 points in my first game. And Reina was just on fire in this game. He really didn't want me to get 6 from 6. That's points, I mean. 6 points from 6 points. 2 wins out of 2 would have been nice. But as you can see, Reina is just unbeatable when he's in form. He hasn't played very well in real life at the moment. I don't think he has. But he's certainly very good in FIFA still. And this is where I'm probably strongest. It's where I'm running at people with my quicker players. And Gervinho just gets unlucky there, really. Reina's just still on fire. I have no idea how it was 0-0 at half-time, but it was. And what can I say? You know, Reina literally kept Liverpool in this game. They weren't playing too well. And then they get a little break here with Suarez, and he just hoofs it. Like, you don't see that in FIFA 12. The AI don't shoot from range. They just don't. And I'm really grateful to see that they're doing it a bit more. It's much more fun. But here in the 70th minute, Podolski goes through one-on-one. Is he going to miss this? I mean, come on, it's Podolski. And, oh, Reina saves it. God damn it, 0-0 still after 80 minutes now. And it's very stressful when this happens because I've had so many chances, but none of them broke through. But I get one here in the 88th minute. I decided to like kind of tramp that, sweat it across, but Reina's there again. Not the best of cross from Podolski. And that was the end of the game. So I was held to a draw at Liverpool. But anyway, as we end the episode, we're going to take a look at the league table. So as you can see, Liverpool are actually on top, which is probably why I was struggling a little bit there. And we are in third position on 4 points. So we're unbeaten at the moment. Not too bad. As you can see, we have a cup game coming up in the Capital One Cup. They've finally got the actual name for the cup. That's coming up soon. And this popped up. Vidic transfer demand shocker. So I thought, ooh, hang on a sec. I could do with Vidic. You know, he's an 89 rated defender. Very hard to get past. Everything's not about pace anymore. He could be a perfect replacement or just someone I can keep on the bench in case one of my players gets injured or something like that. And here you can see his stats. I looked at his stats. I was like, yeah, he's a good stopper, but on the ball, he's just not very good. So I decided not to go ahead with that yet. And then I got an email talking about my players that will be leaving on international duty. I did put up a slightly weaker team. I'm trying to rest a few of my players for the Premier League matches because my main focus of the first season with Arsenal is not necessarily the cup runs and things like that. It's actually to do well in the Premier League. I want to get in the top 4. And there you can see they get a chance straight away. And I don't know what it is. I'm trying to find the best difficulty for me. I think world class it is. I think it is the best for me. I need to get myself used to playing the new CPU. It's completely different. And I was definitely struggling in this match. You can see we're 28 minutes in. I still haven't had a proper chance yet. However, I do get the ball up here with Fellaini. Knock it into Cazorla, who knocks it out to Wilshere. Quickly cut inside here, and look at that. Through on goal, and that is why Wilshere's in the squad. Yes, he's injured in real life at the moment. Well, actually, he's on his way back, which is exciting for us Arsenal fans. But in FIFA, you cannot not use him. He's got so much potential in this game. I think he's going to get to around, like in FIFA 12, he got to 90. You know, so I'm guessing it's going to be roughly the same, maybe just a little bit less in FIFA 13, due to all of the games he's missed for Arsenal, I guess. But still definitely well worth having him in the team. So we're 1-0 up after half-time here. And this is the goal I mentioned in the last episode. Fellaini, this is why I brought him in the squad, you know. I feel like Arsenal need a player like this. Giroud is someone we've brought in real life to hold up the ball. He's strong, he's tall, he's a poacher. But someone like Fellaini is someone we need in midfield, especially if Diaby is still going to be slightly injury-prone throughout his career. You know, he will miss games, and Fellaini would be perfect for that. So to keep my series kind of realistic, I brought Fellaini in. Nice shot there from Cazorla, unlucky to go wide. But, you know, the goal that Fellaini just scored, you can see why I brought him in. Just chests it down, strolls past 2 defenders, knocks it into the goal. I did have to change things up here because it was getting quite tight in midfield. I stuck with the same formation. I'm really enjoying that formation, 4-3-2-1, or 4-3-1-2 actually, I believe it is. So you've got that CF/cam roll. And it didn't go too well for me. As soon as I changed the team, you can see they get a goal back here. Real bad mix-up with my defence there. I don't know what happened. I think it was Sanya, actually. I tried to knock it out with Sanya, but look, it kind of deselected him and let him go through on goal to score. So they made it 2-1 after 74 minutes. But I think I managed to hold on. But yeah, trying to keep the ball, and then obviously I'd knock it up to Ramsey, who puts in a perfect cross for Giroud. And that is his first goal of the Capital One Cup, and hopefully a few more to come, because he's definitely someone I'll use in the Capital One Cup, so I can rest Podolski for the Premier League matches. But that made it 3-1, and that is how it stayed. 3-1 against Sheffield United, you could say, was probably what it should have been. And then, talking of Giroud, we get an offer. 9.5 million from Bayern. I think that's Leverkusen, isn't it? A purchase of 9.5 million. I was thinking, you know what? It's a nice offer, but the only way I would ever get rid of him is for more. So I decided to bump up my count. I put a counter offer up for 12.5 million, which, to be honest, it's a little bit too much. I wouldn't pay that much for Giroud. But if I was going to let him go, that's what I'd want. And they actually came back and said, sorry, too expensive, we ain't paying that. And I got an email saying other clubs showing interest. So this is something new they've put into the career mode. They told me that Cabai is being looked at by many other clubs. So if I really want to get him, I have to go ahead and just make an offer now. So I went and took a look in my shortlist. As you can see, I've added a few different players from the first episode. And I looked at Cabai and I was just, yeah, I won't go for him now. Maybe in January, maybe at the end of the season, we'll look at getting him then. But now we've got a really, really tough game. Stoke at home, at their home. So we're away to Stoke. Very physical team, very strong. And, in FIFA 12, I wouldn't be worried because technically on the ball, they're not very good. But in FIFA 13, having big, tall, strong players is much harder to play against. But I get lucky here. I decided to start Henry in this match. He has actually gone down to 77 already. So when I bought him, he was 79 overall. He's already gone down to 77. So don't know if this is going to be a bad decision, but either way, I'm happy to have Henry. And you can see he gets his first goal back at the club. And that's a nice goal. He was in the right position. That is what Henry does in, day out in his career, or has done in his career. Not so much at Red Bulls. He's more of like a left winger, isn't he, there? And there you can see Giroud trying to get a goal for himself as well. Just not happening for him right now. The only way I can see myself scoring with Giroud is from crosses and corners and set plays, things like that. He's just not very good on the ball. Like I said in the last few episodes, he's just very sluggish. And I have no idea how that happened there. I have no idea how he didn't score. Completely unmarked there, which is disappointing to say the least. But they do go through on goal here, and what a save from Chesney there. He sprints out to save the ball from going in there. And it's still 1-0 coming up to half-time now. Get the ball up to Giroud here, and that is a lovely pass up here to Henry. And at this point I was thinking, no, he's not going to get it, and I was unfortunate really. The ball just couldn't have gone maybe a little bit slower, so I could have chested that one down. But either way, 1-0 up against Stoke at half-time, and I was actually relieved. It was a tough game. They're very physical, very difficult to break down their defence, especially with Shawcross, who's quite agile. But, oh my god. Is this going to be goal of the season? Mertesacker with the own goal? This is absolutely fantastic. The technique here and the calmness on the ball. Look at that. Right into the top corner of the net. Absolutely beautiful finish from Mertesacker there. Oh, I have no idea what happened there. I've done that twice now since I started playing career mode. Since FIFA 12 where I've just given it away like that. But it's alright. Giroud's on hand to score. And as I was talking about a minute ago, I was saying how I don't think I'll score unless it's in the air. I finally get a goal on the ground. And it's a really nice turn that. And he is very sluggish. You could see it there. But if you do get the wrong side of a defender and you use a power shot, you're going to score, to be honest, with most players. And thankfully I did, because that recovered the own goal I scored with Mertesacker, and it finished 2-1. But now we have a Champions Cup game against Lille. Lille are a good team. They are. So I was going into this game not taking it lightly at all. I put up a very strong squad. But anyway, it's some really, really poor defending there. And Lille do manage to score in the 18th minute. It was poor defending. I'm not going to blame anything else other than my poor defending there. However, the game did switch my players around when I really, really didn't want it to. So I am going to have to go into settings, I think, and turn off the auto switching, because I didn't use that in FIFA 12. But I think I used auto switch on air balls only. And I think that's what I'm going to have to do, because obviously it's reset to default since I got the early release. And it's just, look, you can see they were absolutely ripping through my defence here. Lille are a very good team. Despite losing Hazard, they're still very strong. And I was finding it difficult handling their pace. But as you can see, talking of pace, here goes Gibbs, who's really good at the moment, actually. He's probably one of my most consistent defenders at the moment. He just runs up that wing, and Cazorla here smashes it over the bar. And I need to charge my controller. I always forget to do it. It's really a pain in the arse, that. But at half-time, still 1-0 down at home. Probably not the best result so far. I should be 1-0 up at least, or maybe just 1-1. So I decided to switch the formation to my trusty 4-2-3-1. I put Fellaini on in the defensive position as well, just to win those headers and kind of block those runs down the wings, because they were passing from a central position out to the wings all the time, and I was not coping with it, if I'm honest. And we're into the last minute of the game here, last chance to really get a goal back, and it just wasn't to be. It was one of those games I was always going to struggle. And I lost to Lille. My first loss of the season. And it comes in the Champions Cup, which is really not good. But you know what? It happens, We get another squad update here. You can see some of the youth players that have been scouted for me. We've got a few good players here with decent potential. But I decided this time not to sign any. But instead just to scout them further. See if any of their stats improve over time. And maybe we'll pick one up later on down the line. And then I got an interesting email about potential international management jobs. So he was saying how I probably won't get a very big team at first. However, there's certain teams that might be interested, so I could take up an offer. I'm still undecided whether I want to do like a lower prestigious national team. You know what? I'll decide nearer the time. And I'll maybe ask you guys on Twitter. But, if it's someone like Ecuador or Norway or someone like that, I probably won't take the job. I'll wait till next season and maybe get someone like England or Wales or Ireland, someone that I can, relate to, I guess. But Wilshere in this game here, absolutely unlucky. Oh, sorry, it's Podolski. It's because it shows you a replay of the wrong player. Podolski went close to scoring there in the first few minutes. We're against Southampton, by the way, which is always a tough game as well. They've got Lambert up front, but I do make a great start, and this is why I was mentioning Wilshere. I do remember this goal. What an absolute beast of a finish, and what a first touch as well. The first touch in this game is absolutely fantastic. They seem to have refined it from the demo, and they've got it absolutely spot on. Right there, if you want to make a good touch, you can do it. If you're holding sprint, that's when you're going to have problems. So I'd always recommend you don't hold sprint when you're controlling the ball. But they do break down the wing here. This is with Mayuka. I don't know how you pronounce his name, so go ahead and take the piss. But my marking was just, it was diabolical. No defence there. Lallana can go through and just score an easy, it's a half volley really. But completely unmarked. Look. Actually, that was a volley. It wasn't a half volley. Now, this is where I'm going to get my crossing back into my old ways. You know, look at that. Perfect cross to Giroud there. But it was a great save. They pulled off a really good save there to keep them in the game. And I should have been 2-1 up here. I gave the ball away with Mertesacker here right in the last few minutes of the game here. We're into the last 10 minutes soon. And bad time really to give away the ball. And I don't know what went wrong there. One thing I will say is it was very late at this time when I was playing, after about 3 hours of playing career mode. So you could say I was getting a bit tired and I wanted to sleep. But still, I shouldn't be conceding goals like this. It was just poor defending, lack of focus from myself there. And 2-1 down to Southampton in the last minutes. Couldn't get one back. And then I had lost my first Premier League game of the season against Southampton. That is absolutely embarrassing in my opinion. And then something else really bad happened. This was the start of another Capital One Cup game. And the game decided to freeze here. Remember back to last episode, guys? It froze. And now look, apparently I forfeited the match 3-0. I lost 3-0 to Brighton. So I have no idea why this happened. And when I went to reload the profile, it took me about 6 games back. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to have to take this loss. I was really, really pissed off. We are currently in 7th place after 4 games. So it's been quite a difficult opening. 2 wins, 1 draw and 1 loss. And Man City certainly wasn't easy. So by the way, guys, where every fixture I have is in real time to real world kind of thing. So actually at the weekend we had Man City in real life, didn't we? So this is basically up to date at the moment. Well, look at that long shot. I love the way the computer makes more long shots these days in FIFA 13. So much better than FIFA 12, the AI. But obviously at the weekend, Arsenal pulled out a draw against Man City. So let's see if I can match that. We had a great shot there with Cazorla. His long shots are insane on this game. And his dribbling as well. Look at this. No one can tackle him. Not even Toure. Cuts inside. Right foot finesse shot. And Joe Hart was on fire this match. Christ. Every single match actually is on fire. So the end of the first half was 0-0, and to be honest, that's not too bad. We're playing away to Man City, so I wasn't expecting to get too much out of this game, if anything. And you can see again, Joe Hart just being his usual self, sprinting out, being confident and grabbing that ball every single time. And Tevez has a nice shot there as well, but my keeper Chesney is equal. And Nasri as well. I can't believe he wasn't getting booed. I was expecting the fans to be going boo every time he picked up the ball, but no, it's not that realistic. But I have heard the commentators going, oh, he's getting quite a rough reception, but it's because he's playing at home, I guess. He's not. But anyway, Diaby gets a close header there, but the game unfortunately ended 0-0. So unfortunately, it's another draw for me and another 2 points dropped. It's never too good. But we do have a game in the Champions Cup coming up next against Copenhagen, and we are away there. So again, a very tough match. I mean, I'm getting a lot of tough matchups, and it's been a difficult start to my season. I'm sure it will get better as we go in. And I decided to change up the formation from my usual 4 to, what is it, 4-3-1-2 I believe it is. We went for a 4-3-3 instead. And that did seem to actually help, especially when you're playing away and against a team that has a really nice defence like Copenhagen. They do have a good defence actually. I came very close to opening up the score there in the 12th minute with Gervinho, who's by miles better than Walcott in this game, by the way. I'm actually tempted to sell Walcott. I don't use him. I just find that every time he gets the ball, he loses it. But this is where Arsenal are very dangerous. Where I'm most dangerous is counter-attacking. And look at this. It's like 4 versus 1 now. We're getting up to the keeper 1-on-1. And Chamberlain isn't going to miss that. I'm really hoping I can get his potential going up soon. I believe his full potential is 85. So for me, that is definitely someone I want to keep hold of. He'll be better than Gervinho and Walcott when he starts to get a little bit older. So I'm definitely going to start playing him in the first team a little bit more to speed up that process of his potential being reached. So 1-0 up against Copenhagen. They did get a chance here with Moss, I think it is, or Mos. And this was a nice header. It was dipping, but I knew it wasn't going to go in. So I was happy to see that go over the top. And then in the 45th minute, I was trying to break and get up towards their defence one last time for the end of the first half. And you're going to see what happens here. Knock it into Wilshere. That's a beautiful cross there to Gervinho, and it was just unlucky to not go maybe closer to the near post. But Gervinho playing as a striker, it seems to work really nice. I had him as a striker in this match. And one thing I will say is I'm a little bit regretting buying Henry. He's gone down to 76 now. So when I bought him, look at this. Holy shit, that was close. When I bought Thierry Henry, he was 79 overall. And he's already dropped to 76. You know, after 3 months now? So I have to say, I'm a little bit disappointed with that. I think that's a bit too rapid. That oh my god, look at that. That's what you call missing a free kick or skying a free kick. Ramos would have been proud of that one. But it just shows you that the free kicks are difficult to get. And even the CPUs will mess them up a bit. Podolski going through on goal there in the 88th minute. But that was really it in that game. Not really much to talk about. Finished 1-0 though. Getting those very important 3 points away from home against Copenhagen. They're a good team. But now we've got another test. Man City and then Chelsea all in a row. And again, we changed the weather to be clear. I just like playing in clear weather. It's so much better. It's a better experience in the game for me. I certainly enjoy it more. But I love the red versus blue. It just looks awesome. Cazorla using his dribbling skills there. He is the Spanish magician of the team. Pulls check to make out a save, which is inevitable. You know, Czech's very good in this game. He's always going to save little chances like that. But that stupid thing is still in the game where you can head it from a goal kick or throw out. And I pounce on them. I pounce on them really, counter-attacking like that. They really do need to sort this out. It happens the most in Ultimate Team I've seen when you clear the ball or they clear the ball themselves. And you can head the ball straight to your attackers and take it on and score. I mean, look, David Luiz tried his best to get back, but there was just no chance. I completely fooled them there. And what can I say? The game has always had this since I can remember. It's a little bit frustrating. And it's something they can fix. They just fix the way goal kicks work. Maybe make it so your players more than often lose the battles against the side that's kicked it out, if you know what I mean. But Chelsea were really digging in at this point. They really wanted to get a goal back, but I wasn't letting them. My defence was solid this game. And there you can see it just went out for a goal kick, but then it was half-time. And that meant I go in at 1-0, so the 3 points are almost there, getting so close to getting another 3 points, which I really do need. I've dropped too many points in the league, I really have. And here's Gervinho using his pace and his strength. He's not very strong, but what it is he's so agile, he just kind of like runs through you. And that's what I really like about Gervinho. I will play him out on the wings a bit more. However, I did want to change things up. We put Giroud, Oxlade and Diaby on lately into the second half, and it did seem to help a little bit. I just felt like I was running out of options all the time. And Giroud on the ball there just loses out to Terry. He's very good in this game again. But the game finished 1-0, 3 points in the bag. Thank you very much. We got another squad update here. We had 2 players, Richard Bateman and Richie Hall. And look at Bateman's stats. He's got potential of 70 to 88, and he's got some very nice acceleration, agility stats and things like that. Could be quite a pacey lad on that right midfield. So again, makes me just think, well, do I really need Walcott? But we decided to just scout him for a bit more. Now, a game against West Ham away again. Another away match. A little bit frustrating having so many away matches, but what can I say? It's okay. We can overcome any opposition if we want. I was using a different option here. When you go into your team management, if you press square, you can see these circular arrows kind of spin around. They switch the players for you. And I kind of played with a randomated team. It was quite a nice experience for me because sometimes I think it picks players based on their fitness. I'm not too sure. But in the 10th minute, we've already broke the deadline, or the deadlock, I should say. And that was Cazorla going through on goal here. What an absolute beautiful shot this is. Look at that. As if he was ever going to save that. And 1-0 after 10 minutes is always a good start to a game. And bear in mind, we were playing in the rain, and you guys know I hate playing in the rain. But I decided to be a man this match and just take it on the chin, really. I didn't change it on purpose. I wanted to try it playing in the rain. And then Giroud gets the ball just outside the box there. And that, oh my God. I like Giroud when he's on the ball in a shooting position. But getting him in those shooting positions is so stressful because he's such a slow, sluggish player. So I've got to say I'm not too overly impressed with Giroud unless he's in those goal-scoring positions. And which, to be honest, he finishes them actually more than half the time. Probably about 90% of the time he's going to score those types of shots. And he did make it 2-0, and we went into half-time 2-0 up. And again, this is important. 3 away points is always good. And don't forget, I'm not the best team in the league by a long shot. I'm up there, but I shouldn't be going for the top 2. We want to be just getting in the top 4. So getting 3 points away is always a good achievement. And you can see they were probing my defence there. Almost pulling a goal back, but my goalkeeper, Chesney, was level again. And look at this. I got a little bit unlucky from this corner. Maiga there, very tall, strong player. Very good on Ultimate Team, by the way. I had him in my my first golden squad because he was like 400 coins. Absolute bargain for 400 coins. He's got a great finesse shot. And you can see here, this header, the first header was brilliant. Jumped higher than my players. I think it was Sanya, and then he was there first to react to the follow-up. And yeah, he put it in the goal, but it did finish 2-1. That was a tough game, you know. West Ham are a very, very, very good team. Very quick and very strong in midfield. And I definitely found it difficult to break them down. But now we've got a game against Villarreal. And actually, I'm sad about Arshavin leaving in a little way. He just said he doesn't want to play for me anymore. He's fed up with not being... It's Valencia, sorry. He wants to leave. He's not being played enough, so that's fair enough. Arshavin will be going in January, I think. I think I'll try and sell him for around 5 million. I don't know if that's how much he's worth. It might be 6. But either way, that's a nice, healthy profit. I haven't even used him yet, so... To be honest, I'm not too bothered about him wanting to go. It's a little bit of a shame, though. Arshavin is a nice guy. He's so inconsistent. But anyway, 5 minutes into this match against Valencia, and I'm getting destroyed again in the European League, or the Champions Cup, I should say. It's a little bit disappointing to let someone go through like that, but what can I say? Valencia are a decent team, you know. They are kind of like the Arsenal of the La Liga, I believe. They're like, you know, top 5, top 6 every year. So I wasn't too disheartened at this point. Podolski goes through on goal, and he was in a goal drought at the moment. I kept getting messages saying, when is Podolski going to score? He's in a goal drought. It was like 6 games or something without a goal. But he shushes those stupid freaking media people and scores an absolute beauty. The way he just takes it around the keeper, that's just absolute... It's world class. Genius. And you're going to see again, will he surprise you? Will he get another goal in this game? We'll soon find out. But we're at the 45th minute already here. And they smash it out here. And I can just head that back into Santi Cazorla. Now watch this. For a first time pass, that splits the defence onto his weaker right foot. And Podolski is not going to miss there. And that is, in the end of the day, quite an easy finish for him. And I'm sure he'd be happy for those 2 goals. And he really did, like I said, shush those media people, saying that he's having a bad goal drought and that he's rubbish, which he's not. He's an absolute beast. And certainly someone I want to keep hold of. You're going to see in the next few episodes, Podolski, actually, I don't want to ruin it. But what I will let you know is he does want to chat about his contract. So you'll see that in the next few weeks. Not next few weeks, in the next few episodes. How I deal with his contract issue. But anyway, we finished that game 2-1, which is good. Another 3 points in the group stages of the Champions Cup. And now moving on to the last match of the episode. It's a longer video, guys. I hope you're enjoying the longer videos. I have noticed a few commentators are uploading a lot shorter videos, you know, 6-minute, 7-minute videos. And look at this from Walcott onto the post. That was unlucky. But like I said, I've been noticing they upload shorter videos, and then what they do is they ask for a lot of likes. And then when they achieve those likes, they upload the next episode, which, you know what, that's fair enough. You know, it's easier to make shorter videos, that's for sure. And it kind of motivates you to make more because your subscribers are getting you so many likes. But I did just ask on Twitter as I'm recording this, and people seem to really like the fact that I'm one of the only... oh, look at this way. Look at that. You don't need to see a replay of that, don't worry. Just close your eyes and it's gone. I'm glad that you guys seem to think that I'm like one of the only commentators that uploads slightly longer videos, you know, over 10 minutes every time. So I'm going to stick to this, and they did get a goal back with Teti there, 66 minutes, which was a little bit of a shame. It was a great goal though. But I will be sticking to what I do. I want to be uploading these almost daily. Every now and again I'm going to take a break and upload one every 2 days for a bit. You know, it's just... As long as I'm entertaining you guys and I'm getting these episodes up, I'm happy. But we're in the 80th minute here, and we get Podolski going through on goal here. And I was very stressed out. I didn't know what to do. I was like, oh, I don't want to miss it, I don't want to miss it. Keeper pulls off a save, but then Walcott is on hand to finish off. And that was a really nice comeback there. I know we were 1-0 up, but going 1-1 felt like a loss. So coming back from that in the rain, away to Norwich as well, was a good result for me. 2-1, another 3 points. And let's end this episode now, taking a look at the table so we can see where we are. But, you know, 3 points, never going to say no to that. It's always good to up your pointage. And you can see we're in 4th spot. We've climbed from 7th to 4th. We've got a game in hand on some of these other teams here.